Good evening, Richardson family.
Good evening, Junior and Wendy and Emmett.
Jack, I heard about your great-grandmother.
Yeah, Wendy. Isn't that sad?
Yeah. But she is with Jesus now.
You know, Babe died in the hospital.
In the hospital? Wow. What kind of hospital?
She died at the Texas Health Arlington Memorial Hospital in downtown Arlington.
That is sad.
Yeah. I saw her in the hospital 3 times.
Wow. That's cool.
Now, I will have Princess Daisy come to the stand and read about Babe and Papa.
Ahem. May Charlotte Richardson was called to her home in heaven on Wednesday, January 30, 2019. Charlotte was born on June 28, 1926. The 11th of 15 children to Melvin and Virgie McBride in Covington, Tennessee. Charlotte, affectionately known as Babe by her family, was a homemaker who was married for 66 years to James Clyde Richardson, who passed away in 2010. Clyde and Charlotte were devoted to each other until death and were married in June of 1944 while Clyde was on leave from the Navy during World War II. Charlotte was a loving wife, mother, grandmother and great-grandmother whose home was filled with love as family gathered through the years. She enjoyed cooking for her family and going back home to Covington to visit relatives. Always active in church, she served as church secretary for Bethel Assembly of God in Arlington, Texas, and was instrumental in leaving a spiritual legacy for her family. She loved to sing with her sisters, both in church and around the piano, and you could often hear her humming a gospel favorite. She is survived by her daughter, Cheryl, and son, Michael, and grandchildren, Chance, Darla, Blue, Amy, Kevin, and Bo, Taryn, and great-grandchildren, Paige, Kevin, Connor, Garrett, Jack, Sam, Mallory, Ephraim, Levi, Charlotte, Naomi, Sarah, and Towns, and sister, Gail Chumley and Shirley Max of Covington, and many nieces and nephews. Thank you.
Daisy. You did great.
Thanks, Jack. Hey. I was wondering. Did you give a speech to Babe during her funeral?
I sure did.
Sweet. What did you say to Babe during her funeral?
You know, I thought you'd never ask. My speech went like this. I am Babe's great-grandson, Jack. Babe was the best great-grandmother ever. I loved her for many reasons. Here are my favorites. She taught me how to love my friends and family. I loved her singing voice. She loved Jesus and God. I always loved visiting her after church on Sundays. The last time I saw her, I said, "Babe, I love you, and you've been a wonderful great-grandmother." Now we all know that she is with Papa again. And we will remember Babe for generations. And we will all miss her. Thank you.
Aw. Jack. That is so sweet of you to say that to your great-grandmother. She would have been very proud of you.
Yeah. You know, I had another great-grandmother, which was Grammy's mother, Doris.
Doris? I like that name. So she was your grandmother's mother?
Uh-huh. She is with Jesus too. She died before Babe and Papa did.
Really? So I guess she must have died back in the 2000s.
Daisy. You're exactly right.
Okay. Now, I'll have Wild Style come to the stand to read John 14:1-6.
Ahem. John 14:1-6. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. You know the way to the place where I am going. Thomas said to him, Lord, we don't know where you are going, so how can we know the way? Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Thank you.
Wow. You did great, Wild Style.
Thanks, Michael. How are you doing without your mom and dad?
I'm doing pretty okay. But you know, it's tough.
I know. But they are in a better place now. Do you have any memories of your parents, Michael?
Yeah.
I remember going hunting with my dad. And going to Park City, Utah. And watching my mother sing songs about Jesus. And I remember going to Covington, Tennessee.
Wow. That sounds pretty fun.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Peach.
Hey Cheryl.
Hi Peach.
Hey, I heard about your mother. How are you doing without her?
Oh, man. It's tough. You know, my husband died a long time ago.
Wow. That is sad. By the way, what is your husband's name?
George. And I miss him a lot. I may cry.
Oh. Here, I will give you a hug. Are you better now, Cheryl?
Yeah. A little. Thank you, Peach. You are just filled with joy and love.
Oh. Thank you, Cheryl.
Okay. Now I'll have Mario come to the stand and read Psalm 23 1-2.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Psalm 23 1-2. Thank you.
Oh Mario. You did good.
Thanks, Peach. And Jack, how are you doing without your great-grandparents?
Oh man. I'm starting to miss them so much. Babe and Papa were just filled with love. You know, I had Papa for 9 years. And I had Babe for 17 years.
Or, Jack, I didn't know you had Papa for that long. And I'm so sorry that you lost Babe. I believe she and Papa loved you a lot.
They did. They really did.
You know, Papa said that Jack was very smart.
Really? I didn't know that Jack is so smart.
Yes, Mario. I am so smart because I watch lots of Blue's Clues.
Okay. Now I'll have Babe and Papa's grandson Chance come to the stand and read Matthew 5, 3, 4, 8.
Ahem. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5 3-4, 8. Thank you.
That was great, Chance. All right. Now I'll have Mr. Blue Richardson come to the stand and read the On the Other Side of Death page.
Ahem. On the other side of death. Death is a gateway we all must pass through to reach that fair land where's the soul's born anew. For man's born to die, and his journey on earth is a short span of years beginning with birth. And like pilgrims we wander until death takes our hand and we start on our journey to God's promised land. A place where we'll find no suffering tears, where time is not counted by days, months, or years. And in this fair city that God has prepared are unending joys to be happily shared with all of our loved ones who patiently wait on death's other side to open the gate.
Wow. Mr. Blue Richardson. That was beautiful.
Well, that's all the time we have here today. We'll be praying for you guys.
We will appreciate that, Emmett. It will help my family a lot. And we trust that Babe and Papa has found their mansion.
Clyde and Charlotte Richardson lived, and died with dignity, and with remarkable courage. We will all miss them. Good night, Richardson family.
Good night.
Heart beats fast, colors and promise. you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
I'm the one with two left feet, standing on a lonely street. I can't even walk a straight line. And every time you look at me, I'm spinning like an autumn leaf, bound to hit bottom sometime. Where would I be without someone to save me? Someone who won't let me fall. You are everything that I live for, everything that I can't believe is happening. You're standing right in front of me with arms wide open. All I know is every day is filled with hope, 'cause you are everything that I breathe for, and I can't help but breathe you in and breathe again, feeling all this life within every single beat of my heart. I'm the one with big mistakes, big regrets, and bigger breaks than I'd ever care to confess. Oh, but you're the one who looks at me and sees what I was meant to be, more than just a beautiful mess. Oh, and where would I be without someone to save me? Someone who won't let me fall. You are everything that I live for, everything that I can't believe is happening. You're standing right in front of me with arms wide open. All I know is every day is filled with hope, 'cause you are everything that I breathe for, and I can't help but breathe you in and breathe again, feeling all this life within every single beat of my heart. You're everything good in my life, everything honest and true, and all of those stars hanging up in the sky could never shine brighter than you. Are everything that I live for, everything that I can't believe is happening. You're standing right in front of me with arms wide open. All I know is every day is filled with hope, 'cause you are everything that I breathe for, and I can't help but breathe you in and breathe again, feeling all this life within every single beat of my heart.